It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Boy, what a season so far. And I'll tell you, it's only getting started. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, a win tonight would bring them to 3-0 in the young season. What a start that would be for them. They've looked awfully good in those first two wins. And tonight, don't sleep on Kevin Love. Terrific all-around player, Kenny. Can bang inside.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. You're agreeing with everything I say.
Yes.
But, okay, so tell me about Kevin Love.
He's unselfish, too. Don't forget that, Ernie.
No,
here's a guy who's kind of taking a back seat in certain areas to really fit into a championship team. He has sacrificed a lot.
Yes, he gives you rebounding, floor spacing. Just knows how to play the game.
For any team, I think he's very Ken-official.
I would think so.
Like beneficial.
Ken-official.
See, I was using your name, like Shaq.
That's pretty good.
Why don't you throw your name in?
I like
Ken-official.
it. You get the golf clap.
I was just trying to give Kenny some
get the
props.
golf clap.
There you go. Kevin Harlan is standing by with the call.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season. Last season they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Hawks, Hunter is out there with John Collins. Then it's Alan Crabb. Then there's Len, and it's Young in at point guard. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Hunter. Thompson with the rebound. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. No good on the 3. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Crabb kicks to Young. And here's Nance. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Cavaliers head coach and I got a chance to talk. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So the goal is to come out early and get their shooters into a good rhythm right away.
And of course, that's always a goal. But the meaning behind it is that he wants them to play good, smart basketball, not taking too many chances.
Right. You've got to be able to use plenty of screens, not let players start to go one-on-one and try to do this thing individually. Run your sets, get the best shooters their shots.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's shake and bake, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Hawks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. The pass to Hunter. Now here's Len. Hawks passing it around. Young left side.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Nance outside. Pass to Clarkson. Now Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get it back. Thompson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Hunter, the pass to Young. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to have kind of gone away.
So it's the Hawks now. The Cavaliers making the shot.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
The Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Nance. Smith checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Shake and Bake. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Hawks trail by 5. Passes it to Turner. Kicks it to Jones. Herter covered by Smith. And the basket by Jones.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Ball's knocked loose. Count the basket.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Parker outside. To the inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
Free throw good by Parker.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Sexton. .114 left in the first quarter. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Sexton's got his first points in this one.
And the poise Sexton has is impressive. Dependable at bailing out his team in some tight spots.
Jones with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Turner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Thompson left side. Over Turner. Here's Henson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Turner looking around. Parker drives in. Back to Turner. Launches it. That shot, no good. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
Sexton with it. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. Porter is out there with John Henson, and it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Softly drops in the floater.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Smith the pass to Thompson. Parker with the steal. Herter covered by Smith. Nobody near Parker. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Smith surveying the D. 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away. Rebound by the Hawks.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Thompson against Jones. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for J.R. Smith. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Sexton. Here is Nance. And he uses the glass on the layup. Nance has got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. There's Porter with the three. Rebound by Parker. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Atlanta. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now, here's Porter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Left side, Love. A reverse. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Guys, just pure strength from Kevin Love. The defense just not good enough. You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor, but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Porter. Alex Len's checked in for the Hawks.
Mind the lane.
Alan Crabb comes in for ABC. That free throw good from Kevin Love. And Love, one of the more versatile players on the offensive end.
Right, Kevin, and it doesn't just end with his shooting and scoring. Kevin Love pressures the glass and will get you extra possessions with great regularity.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And here's Clarkson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Shot clock at 6. And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Here's Shake and Bake. That shot, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Now here's Crabb. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Young. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Young's got 7 points.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Shake and Bake passes to Love. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Memphis. Young outside. In the corner, Collins with it. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Timeout called. Cleveland. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
Who are some of the players you watch that get stronger as the game goes on? They're not cut down by fatigue and and still have that energy, something left in the tank.
Those guys who show me superhuman strength a la Kevin Harlan, those guys who come to mind, LeBron James, that's a bad man. It doesn't matter if it's the first minute or the 48th minute. Russell Westbrook is indefatigable. His stamina and his ability to dominate in triple overtime once is absolutely incredible. And then what did we see from Anthony Davis when Boogie Cousins went down? A man who for 48 minutes on both ends is a problem. Those three men, Kev.
Endless energy. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
Two shots.
That's good from Henson. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. Henson hits them both. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Len. He kicks it to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher but also enjoys attacking the rim and does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And he makes the first. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Henson. And Smith subbed in for Larry Nance. And then for Atlanta, Damian Jones is checked in for Len. And it's Turner in for Crabbe. And so Collins nails both of them.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Smith against Turner. Now here is Smith. Defense is right there. Great open look there. Clarkson's got 5 points so far.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
The Hawks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the first one at the line is good. Porter's checked in for Clarkson. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Hawks. And so Jones nails both of them. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Now, here's Sexton, defended by Young. Sexton kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson, high post, feeds to Love. It's stolen by Jones. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw good by Parker. And Parker drops them both. 11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Sexton kicks to Love. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Hawks ahead. They lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Okay, we'll see if you can get that done. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They took control of the game in the second quarter, coming back to take a 2-point lead into the locker room with them. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Cavaliers trailing. On the court for Atlanta, John Collins is out there with Hunter. And it's Young, then it's Allen Crabbe, and it's Len in at center. Love. They get it back. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Cavs.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Now here's Len. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 on the clock. They grabbed their own miss.
Stop it! Well, just terrific instincts right there from Alex Len on the offensive glass. Really impressive.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Trae Young. For Cleveland, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And the first one drops. Good on both. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Dishes to Len. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Len's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta.
Kev, the broad shoulders of Alex Len carrying more of the load inside.
Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for, but you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently, and traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
Here's Clarkson. He's got 5.
Well, there's a length and timing and anticipation. Allen Crabbe being a factor on the defensive end right now.
Young taking his time here. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Shake and bake passes to Thompson. Here's shake and bake, defended by Young. Snatched up. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Thompson's got 8 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Young outside. Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 6. And the Cavaliers call time here. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist, like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist, like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist, like it's stir fry.
Henson's checked in for Cleveland. And the Hawks making a change here as well. ABC's checked in for Crabbe. And the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Porter comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Parker's checked in for the Hawks. Smith outside. The pass to shake and bake. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post, and they pick up 2. Shake and Bake's got 4 points this quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Now, here's Parker. He's got 5. Back to Young. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Here's Shake and Bake. He's got 8. Here's Henson. Plays it up and banks it in. Henson's got his second basket of the night.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Here's ABC. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Hunter. Three-pointer. Porter pulls it in. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Shaken. Now the dish to Smith. And it goes down 2 points. Smith's got his first points in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
It's turned into a police state. The average cat don't even know it's fake. Walk around like he hurting something, and there's nothing that he got to say that's even worth discussing. Listen to me, it's better.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's Turner. He dishes it to Parker. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Parker's got 7.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Now Sexton. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
A dangerous score from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
And Jones slams it home.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Turner.
One shot.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
34 seconds left to play in the third. Sexton with it. Over Crabb. The shot by Sexton, no good.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Here's Parker. That shot off. Smith with some nice D. Now, here's Sexton. 3 seconds left. Here's Thompson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Well, they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the...
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Hawks lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Sexton. And it's Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. 4 on the clock. Here's ABC. Banked in off the glass. ABC's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Hawks.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Alex Lenz checked in for ABC.
Alex Lenz.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Clarkson kicks to Love. Passes it to Smith. Shoots. To the wing on the left. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
At the line for 2.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Atlanta leading by 4. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And here is Crabbe. Herter. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Back to Smith. "11 feet away, and that's good for 2.
Guys, Smith's so dangerous in the pick and roll sets. Got to keep an eye on him.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Smith. Love's got the game tied up here for Cleveland. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
is checked in for the Cavaliers. Shake and Bake comes in for Sexton. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Shake and Bake passes to Thompson. Shoots over Len. Offensive rebound. There's Shake and Bake. And it's Love, top of the key, to take the lead. Crab pulls it in. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Clarkson. Thompson up top. Nance outside. And Love has it in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Sinks the triple.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Shake and Bake. Here's Clarkson. From down in the low post, it goes. Clarkson's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. To the right side. Crab from long range. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Love inside. He's guarded by Collins, and it's Love missing. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Collins. Here's Hunter, covered by Nance. Yep, that one goes in there. There's Shake and Bake. Love outside. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And this is why they feed the ball to Kevin Love in these circumstances. He's so comfortable making big-time shots.
Young outside. Now here's Cram. He's covered by Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Crab kicks to Collins. It's over Clarkson, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
You know, you've got to be composed mentally right now at this time of the game. It's really careless play right there.
What an opportunity here.
Yeah, a chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Love up top. He's guarded by Collins. Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Nance finds Love. Here's Shake and Bake. Those three-pointers off the mark. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Hunter. And here's Young, covered by Nance. Young passes to Hunter. And there's the feed to land. Oh, no good.
And this is really good defensive pressure, whether he gets the block or not.
No, Greg, you're absolutely right. This is strong defense. It's about making the shooter feel uneasy, and that's what he did.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Shake and Bake. Love right side. And the pass to Shake and Bake. From deep. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Shake and Bake. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Henson in at the 5 spot.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one. His first turnover of the night.
Shake and Bake passes to Love. There's Shake and Bake. 6 on the shot clock. To take the lead. It's deflected. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And that one drops. Parker's got the first basket here in overtime for the Hawks.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
Nance outside. Clarkson surveying the floor. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Feeds it to Parker and stolen by Love. Shake and Bake passes to Love. Pass to Shake and Bake. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Here's Clarkson. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Jordan Clarkson unafraid of the big-time delivery.
Young outside. Pass to ABC. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Here's Love to the left wing. Here's Shake and Bake. Let's go. But they'll get another chance. Now Young. Here's Hunter. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 5. 40 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Alan Crabb is checked in for Atlanta. Nance dishes to Love. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jabari Parker.
Well, you guys know, Love knows how to find the contact when he wants to. Good job getting to the line.
2 shots.
2 shots. Last on the first.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, I just love how unselfish Kevin Love is. This guy is willing to adapt and adjust to do what's best for the team.
Both free throws good from Love.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Right wing. Here's Crabb. Good.
Alan Crabb doing work on the interior, sir. Okay.
Timeout called Cleveland. They trail by 5. 27 seconds left in the first overtime. Shake and bake. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the paint. Young with the steal. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution for Tristan Thompson.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul at the line for the Hawks. Trey.
2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
And Nance kicks to Thompson. Here's shake and bake. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so the Hawks take the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, you guys really got after it tonight. Is this the kind of mentality you want to impose on the other team?
Just as long as I stay aggressive. Don't rush the game. Don't get outside of my game. But continue to play hard.
Well, you got your teammates looking for you tonight, Jabari. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.